Hey gorgeous, I see you with them curls. We're going to talk about curly hair and henna and some videos that I want to share with you that I'm going to react to. And welcome to the Hennasooq channel. My name is Khadija. I'm the CEO founder of this amazing brand where we specialize in henna natural hair dye and Ayurvedic healthy hair care. And don't forget, I do the most gorgeous henna body art as well. And so let's get into these videos. Let's see what's going on. Let's see the natural hair hype.
Hi guys, my name is Stacy and welcome back to my channel. For today's wash day is to put a henna in my hair. So I just washed my hair. I washed my hair and I conditioned my hair. And I only conditioned my hair so that I could detangle my hair. I still have to deep condition my hair and I still have to put the henna in my hair.
Okay, so I automatically presume that she had already done her henna. Maybe she's done other henna applications. I do love her hair. To be honest, I just love doing henna on this curly hair type. Do you know what hair type it is? Comment down below if you know. Tell me. I thought she already did henna. Let's see.
So far, this is my hair. I just want to give you a close-up so you can see why I need to do a henna again. So this is my gray hair.
So she did say again, so I presume that she did henna before, and that's her new growth. That's her grays. I love how she's doing the close-up because a lot of the times we don't always get to see, you know, like how people use henna and what results they get. Like, we need to do more. So please, if you are out there and can do more videos and show people, we are just grow our community like crazy together. And that's exactly why we're opening a Hennasooq location in Columbia, Maryland. We are focusing on growth, and being there for you in person as well. Stay tuned.
Grays. And grays. So this is all of my new growth. Henna doesn't wash out, and so everywhere you see the grays is all of the places that my hair has grown. The last time that I put a henna in my hair was probably about 3 to 4 weeks ago. So I'm finding that I have to do this fairly often, which is a good thing because it means my hair is growing.
That's right, girl. That hair is growing, even though, you know, it should be about every 4 to 6 weeks. But if your hair is growing, it's growing. I mean, you might need to do root touch-up again, for sure. I love her camera, by the way. This is the kind of camera goals and lighting many of you that are watching and doing videos and providing content. This is really, really important. And maybe I need to do a video on that. Just share my own experiences of like what most brands will be looking for when they're trying to, you know, book you as an influencer or a content creator. If you are curious about that and want to know more, comment down below.
So I make my henna mixture 2 different ways. As you can see, I'm using henna powder with amla, shikaikai, and bringraj. One way I make this mixture is I use conditioner with my coconut oil and fenugreek seed mixture. I let it sit for about an hour. This is the consistency. And then I make it another way. I use the same henna powder, except instead of conditioner, I use my aloe vera juice, still using my coconut oil and fenugreek seed mixture.
Okay, and I just want to make a quick comment. So conditioner is a heavier liquid in the recipe, so it will dilute the richness of that red, so it will pull more orange. Just to let you all know that will happen. But the aloe vera juice is a good option because it will not pull down the red tones as much to deposit that more orangey undertone. So aloe vera juice works better in that way because it's not as heavy like a concentrate like conditioner is. And do note that she is using a blend. So again, there are other herbs in this mix which also will affect the color and the strength of the henna itself. The stronger your henna is, You know, that's why we recommend usually like amla, a little bit of amla, maybe a little bit, and of course aloe vera powder for sure. That helps keep it, you know, hydrated, so your hair doesn't feel dry and it comes out feeling soft and nice. You know, we don't put too many extra ingredients in the henna, so that way we get the full maximum benefits. Not only benefits, but the color outcome. You want it to be at its strongest.
And I let this mixture also sit for only an hour. If I let it sit for an hour, I apply it to my hair and I leave it on my hair for 3 hours.
So did you guys notice the difference in the color of the mixture as well? Even the henna with aloe vera juice versus the henna with the conditioner, even that paste is different. Yes, the conditioner is obviously white and is going to make it like a bit, you know, different. Even the texture is going to be a little different. They're both really good treatments, like meaning like using conditioner, using aloe vera juice, boom, amazing. I recommend that for sure as a nice treatment. But if your focus is color, you gotta make sure, again, we're going back to like the focus and the goal of this particular recipe, making sure your henna is at its strongest.
So the longer you let it sit, the more color you can get from it.
Except there is a peak point. So don't get confused as far as like the longer it sits. It means like if you let it sit like a day or two, no, it's on its way like to demising. Like it's not gonna stay at its strongest forever. So I just want to clarify that, because I think what she meant is definitely leaving it at a reasonable amount of time for dye release, which is really 3 to 4 hours max. If you're working with really good henna, you don't need to let it sit longer than that. And we definitely never do that in the salon. Like we prep it, it's ready, and then, you know, we use it because that's the peak. And then you leave it in the hair 3 to 4 hours. You know, when we're in the salon with us, we use a lot of heat and steam to really penetrate the hair as well and get that color booming. Nice.
For this application that you see, I applied it all over my hair, but that's because I wanted to color my entire head. Henna has a tendency to loosen your curl pattern, so most times I only apply it to my roots.
So yes, so that's true. Henna can loosen the curl pattern, you know, so, but applying it to the roots only, you'll still get some loosening from the roots on. I mean, you won't get that effect probably all over right away, but amla and zicephus powder help you maintain your curls. So don't feel nervous about if you have some curl loosening. Just make sure you use one of our amla and zicephus recipes that we have in one of the videos on our Hennasooq YouTube channel that you can use to restore and maintain those curls. So yeah, definitely. And if you're going to use a white towel, remember that towel is only going to be your hair dyeing towel. So personally, if you're looking for something to use as a towel, you know, and you're trying to decide on that color, choose black for your towel, and that could be your go-to hair dyeing, hair coloring towel, unless you're just going to keep the light one and you don't really care. If you want to know where to purchase it, just go back in the description. I have a link there for our Amazon shop that has all the tools, books, and everything that I can think of that you will need for your henna hair coloring journey, just in that link.
So I'm back. I have the henna in my hair. I only applied the henna to my roots. And I only applied it to my roots because I'm only coloring my roots. So the first 2 times that I put the henna in my hair, I applied it all over my hair. But henna has a tendency to loosen your curls, and I don't want it to loosen my curls. For the next 3 months, I'll probably only apply it to my roots, and then depending on how my hair looks, I'll go back to applying it to all of my hair.
And that's a good technique though, definitely. I love this whole, this is great. I 100% agree with her. Like that's definitely really good if you want to just do your roots in general, and you don't have to do all your hair all the time, and just do other in between treatments and masks and whatnot to maintain your regimen. That's fine. Just note though that on the roots, you know, it might not match the length exactly if you're not doing the more of a coloration to match the length, because with grays it's gonna pick up also a bit more orange undertones at first. It's gonna be a little lighter. So if you don't want it so bright and so kind of orangey, you just gotta add some indigo to it that will help a lot.
But for right now, I only applied it to my roots.
Her hair is so healthy.
As you can see, I have the henna on my roots. I'm gonna leave this henna on my roots for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how much color I can get. Normally, when I apply henna, I leave the henna on my hair for about 3 hours. But the reason why I'm leaving it on for a shorter time this time is because I let it sit longer. So let me back up.
But that doesn't make a difference. Sitting longer doesn't determine the dye release and the outcome on your hair. Being consistent with your recipe and your application methods are going to be what keeps you consistent in the results that you're aiming for. So that's a little tricky.
So when I make my henna mixture, I only let my henna mixture sit for an hour. Then I apply it to my hair and I leave it on my hair for about 3 hours. But this time, I made my mixture and I let it sit overnight. The longer you let it sit, the more color you can get.
No, guys, don't let your henna sit overnight. I know it's convenient, but if you are aiming to color your hair, especially in a specific result, you're missing the peak time. At least for Hennasooq's product line, because that's what we've seen has been proven in the salon and like all the testing. I mean, we have been around since 2005. So all these years, this is the result that we have seen, and it's been very consistent. The only thing that has changed in all the time that we've been henna hair color professionals that I've seen personally is that the freshness of the batches of the henna and the crops, slight variations, slight differences over the years, but it has really gone really good with the dye release and the content, and it's just been amazing. So don't leave it overnight. It's not going to help you get more color on your hair. The way you get good color is by leaving it in your hair the proper amount of time, which is really 3 to 4 hours. Unless you're using heat or steam, you can cut that time in half. So just note that.
I'm going to keep checking to make sure it's the color that I want. So this is where I am right now with my henna. So I rinsed the henna out of my hair and I deep conditioned my hair. And so this is how my hair looks after I rinsed the henna out.
I personally, again, I just love her hair. I love her hair. I think the color on her length really suits her so beautifully. The roots are a little bit light. It could be a little bit darker, but remember, henna does oxidize, and it'll take about a day or two to get deeper and richer. And with more applications, you'll get that color like that you see really on the length. And if you don't want to see that orangey really at all, just use a little bit of indigo in your recipe to help tone it down. Even 50-50 of each will help it be a nice like reddish brown, especially with all that amount of grays is what I'd recommend.
And so now I'm just going to do a wash and go. And so to recap, I used the henna. I put a henna in my hair because my grays were becoming too unruly. After I washed the henna out of my hair, I deep conditioned my hair. After I deep conditioned my hair, I did the LCO method. So I used my leave-in, my cream, my oil, and then the last thing I used was a gel. And this is the final result.
Look at her. Look at it. She's like, yellow my hair, my curls. That was gorgeous. Loved it. I did love how it oxidized, and that color just looks amazing on her. All right. Let's get into the next clip that I got for you of how henna affected type 4 low porosity hair.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is not a tutorial. It's a video showing you how henna affected my hair. So this is what my hair looks like freshly washed. It's recommended that you wash your hair first because it allows the henna to attach to the cuticles better. And this is my curl pattern.
That's pretty hair. Woo.
So this is what my henna looks like. I use a new pour henna and I mix mine with warm coffee and I let that sit overnight.
I will say that that is an okay consistency for just a nice henna mask. It's a little bit runny. Usually I would recommend and remind those of you who are using henna and Ayurvedic masks, try your best to use that mask where it's a little bit more like a thicker, like a yogurt a little bit, not as runny, and you'll get less drips in that way as well. So let's see how her hair came out after she did the henna.
Now, why did I use henna, you ask? I've been wanting to try henna for the longest time, but I've been avoiding it because I didn't want it to dye my hair orange or change my curl pattern. But I'm at a point now where I just wanted to give it a try. I've been using a lot of heat lately, and instead of me doing just a regular protein treatment, deep conditioning treatment, I wanted to give myself a strengthening, conditioning treatment that was all natural.
I'm always like, you guys are so brave using these light colored shirts and towels. Yes, if that is your hair, shirt, towel, no problem. But you can also use dark colored towels and shirts if you do want to keep that item for other things.
Now, other uses for henna is to reduce shedding, promote hair growth, natural hair coloring, and some even use it to loosen their curl pattern. Okay, side note, I dyed my hair back in November, and I'm not sure if that has an effect on it because it was a permanent color. It was supposed to be a purple color, but it turned out to be burgundy. But I decided to give it a try anyway.
Okay, I'm talking about those camera angles.
The henna was easy to apply, although it did get a little messy at times. But I ended up leaving mine in for 2 hours and then I rinsed. Rinsing took me about 10 to 15 minutes until I saw that the water ran completely clear. And this is what my hair looks like. As you can tell, some of the curls have loosened and there's a slight color change. And I must say that after just one treatment, I've noticed that my hair is a lot stronger and I've had a lot less shedding since using this henna.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Less shedding, feeling stronger. I do see a little bit of loosening. She does have a delicate hair strand. That is an easy fix. Just add some amla or zysifis as another mask if you do another treatment about a week or two, and boom, pop back those curls real nice. But I think her hair looks amazing. It's looking good.
Even though the henna has conditioning properties in it, I decided I wanted to give myself a deep condition, and I used my Giovanni Deeper Moisture Conditioner. And once I was all done with that, I blow dried my hair. And that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it did to my hair. Like I said, I found that since using it, it's really strengthened my hair.
Oh my gosh, her hair and her smile. I love seeing videos like this. That made me so happy. Yeah, girl.
So if you're looking for all natural strengthening treatment, I would use henna. But I mean, I would do my research because everyone's hair is different. My hair reacts differently to different products, just like your hair would react differently. So you have to do your own research and make sure that it's right for you.
And I love that she said that, especially at the end, because at the end of the day, with henna and Ayurvedic hair care, and it's about learning what your hair likes and how it responds. It's a journey. At Hennasooq, you can reach us professionals to give you guidance and help you on that journey as well by doing a consultation, which will really help a lot, kind of decipher where you need to head towards and what you can use and where you can start in this journey. But this is great advice from her. Oh yes, love it. Our next feature is a young lady who used henna for 6 months, and this is what happened to her hair. Ready? All right, let's go.
Okay, let's talk about it. I wasn't planning to talk about it so soon, but y'all seem really interested in talking about it, and I figure I might as well let y'all know why I stopped using henna. No, at least I think I'll stop using it for now, until I figure out how to use it, because I feel as though I overdid it, and because of that, a lot of my ends were getting frizzy and worn down, and it wasn't the, I don't know how to explain it. If you look at some of my videos, like in when I was back in China and had my hair open, I was like, wait a second, where are the ends of my hair? Where'd they go? Why do they look so tattered and messed up? I noticed the volume of my hair started to kind of shrink or wither away. Like, what's going on? And the only thing I think that has definitely changed it significantly was using henna. Now, I still don't think henna is a bad thing, because especially in the beginning, henna was pretty beneficial to my hair and I saw a huge difference.
Yeah, and her hair was looking nice. She did mention being in China, being somewhere else. So I just wonder if part of her hair's behavior was also the weather. That maybe it's, I don't know what the weather is in China, honestly. If you guys know, share that with me. Is it less humid or whatnot? Humidity helps though the hair stay hydrated and whatnot. And henna, well, I'm gonna find out. Let's watch this together, because you can overdo henna. I mean, no doubt. I'm not just saying it's the weather. You can overdo henna. You know, henna acts as a protein, so you don't need to do it like more often than your hair actually needs it. So it's about, you know, how does your hair feel? And if you're feeling like it feels strengthened already and it's feeling good, then you don't necessarily have to do a henna strengthening treatment. You know, you can use another Ayurvedic treatment and then focus on the moisture or the cleansing, something else, you know, in that whole process when it comes to your hair.
A huge difference with it, but over time I was using it once a month. I started to stretch it out, so instead of once a month I was using it every 6 weeks, and then at some point every 8 weeks, and then I completely stopped because if I was being honest with myself, I didn't see my hair benefiting from it anymore. It seemed as though it was getting damaged. So I spent the last month or two recently just trying to like repair my hair.
Yeah, and again, I probably would have suggested like the henna could have even been, you know, separated even more, you know, like 2-3 months, you know, and then a lot of other treatments that do not have henna in it. Non-henna Ayurvedic hair treatments would be good for like the fenugreek, the aloe, like Ziziphus, amla, just all these other things that could really be the primary focus at that point.
So the questions I have for myself, that I had for myself, and with regard to using henna was, is it that henna is too strong for my hair? As I've sort of mentioned in a lot of my videos, my hair strands are very, very fine.
I do notice that those who have fine hair strands need to definitely care for their hair in a more delicate manner. So that may be less henna or doing the henna in a different type of way. Henna and aloe vera powder for sure. And just watching your hair, you know, and really taking care of it. Like that, we have the Ayurvedic method to waist-length hair that focuses on a regimen treatment for fine hair specifically. Not only just products and the course content, but the tools you need onto the care and the protective styling, and you know, all those things are included. So you definitely got to check that out. That hair regimen guide is really, really good.
It may have been that henna, there are a couple of things. Henna might be a little, I mean, this is just me assessing my hair and my situation. Is henna too strong for my hair? Because I've seen a lot of breakage. That's one of the things that I noticed. After a while, there was a lot of breakage happening. Even though everyone says, yeah, henna makes your hair strong, what if it makes your hair too strong to the point where it actually breaks off? So there are a couple of pictures I actually put up on my Instagram. If you check Ife360 TV, shameless plug, you would see I actually have a picture up where I was in China and there's a sunset. I'll put up the picture right now so you can see what I'm talking about, and you can see the breakage on my hairline. And I've gotten it, Lord, thank God. I know how to grow out my hair. Patience, first of all. TLC, my hair needs TLC, and I feel as though henna is a little too much for my hair, a little too strong. I think maybe too frequent uses, like once a month is way too much. Maybe once a year is too much, once every 6 months. but it has started to grow out, so I've actually probably grown out about 2 or 3 inches already. And y'all, I was contemplating cutting my hair off. I literally was going through a moment of, oh my gosh, do I need to cut my hair off and start the F over? That's how I felt. But I said, you know what, no, I'm gonna just snip away at the ends until I get most of that henna gone and just let it grow out, because I don't think my hair likes the henna as much as it did in the beginning. Well, at least not anymore. So that's one of the things I noticed. I noticed the breakage. I noticed the ends of my hair were thinning out very badly, and it was happening very quickly, you know. So I mean, as I said, this 1 year of Ayurveda is not all puppies and flowers in the meadows.
I was just wondering, my question was like, when you was talking about, you know, a year of Ayurveda, was it just henna treatments though? Like, with Ayurvedic hair care, I'm a believer in not just one herb. I understand other brands have these blends and there's other herbs in it. Remember, we don't know the proportion of other herbs in this mix. So is it primarily henna? Is it equal parts of each of those herbs? You know, it's just I don't feel it's enough moisture like in standard blends, you know. It just, yeah, I don't see any real moisture, because when you're mixing, you can kind of see, like fenugreek, you know, when you mix it, and aloe, you can see the way that it looks and how it mixes with your treatments and your, you know, your regimen and your masks that you're creating, and or that you're even using it from Hennasooq. They're ready to make, you know, the henna bar collection that we have. That whole collection of hair masks ready to use and very well balanced, because there's a purpose. Like, I purposely created those masks to be well balanced in moisture, growth, and then, you know, some henna. Or some of them have no henna. The primary, if it was focused on volume and just thicker hair strands with no henna, then it was Ziziphus and Moringa mask, which is really good. I don't know if you've tried it yet, but you gotta try it. Casting curls, always a hit. You know, I'm just curious if there was other treatments that she did at all that were Ayurvedic rather than only just henna. That I think her hair would have loved, you know, Godess Hair. Oh, I know you guys love Godess Hair.
So this video is not to tell you to stop using henna, but just be cautious and be observant about your hair, not my hair, your hair, because you want to observe, because your hair might be way stronger than mine. As I said, the strands of my hair are very, very fine. I've gone through hair loss before, so it's not that devastating. Not as devastating as that, to be honest. As I said, my edges were going away and it wasn't coming back. Every time I grew it out, it would break again. Like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? This is the first time in a long time I've gotten it to grow out, and it's just staying. It's just leaving itself alone now. So I definitely think it has something to do with the henna. Now, the other thing too is, as my hair texture completely changed. I went from this voluminous thing to just, my hair just looking limp and like a wet dog when I would wash it. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, the texture. So again, finer hair strands, you notice this more often for sure. Like, I've seen it. It happens. So that's, again, goes back to balancing it with other Ayurvedic treatments that focus on maintaining the curl pattern, the amla, the Ziziphus. You know, I'll repeat that a million times. Those help so much, because maybe someone watching is seeing this and being like, oh yes, she said it like 3 times, so now I know I need it. And this, you know, fenugreek, aloe, balancing it with the moisture, you know, kind of maintaining, you know, that curl pattern. Henna on fine hair, henna. Yeah, this could happen, you know. So that's why I'm here to support that journey, to help you like figure out those particular things, you know. And I love this particular whole reaction video. I love that these particular women are like, listen to your hair, because we look at a lot of videos and we see a lot of content. You know, we're fangirls, and you know, you just want to make sure that you're listening to your own hair at the end of the day. Try things, but try your best to write down and journal everything that you're doing, keeping track of it. And also, if you have a professional natural hair cosmetologists in your area, go and see them. And one that loves henna. You know, if you're not sure who that might be, if you're in a particular state, city, let me know in the comments below and I'll recommend someone for you that happens to be in your area. It's a growing amount of professionals, you know, it's getting there. But I want to connect you with the ones that I know that I absolutely love, you know, so I definitely want to hook you up with them.
I was like, why does my hair look so frumpy? And not frumpy, but it just looks stringy. Like, what is this? It was as if I had heat damage. It was as if I had, and I hadn't been using heat with. I did use that heat cap. However, I'm using only low settings, so I really don't think it was that. It was as if I had gone through, like I had like different textures of hair, because the hair that had the henna in it and then the hair that had grown out was two totally different textures. So I started to figure like, no, it has to be this henna that I've been using and not using anymore, because you could actually see my regular curl pattern and then this strange curl pattern on the length of my hair. I'm like, what is this? And I couldn't, y'all, I was stressing, like, what's going on, you know? But my reason for definitely stopping the henna completely is that I just want to go back to my regular texture before all of this. I want to know from you in the comments, what have you experienced with henna? Have you had an experience like this before? I know a lot of people talked about the texture change with henna. As I said in the beginning, I did not see it at all. I didn't observe it. It could have been that I was using, as I said, too many. Once a month was too much, maybe once every 3, 4, 6, once a year, I don't know. I don't know when I would use henna again, if at all. I also want my hair color back too, so there's a lot of different reasons why I'm stopping the henna. But yeah,
yeah, and if you do want your color back, say it was darker, I presume her hair is like more of a dark brown, she could do the henna and indigo to really get that color, like that henna, you know, that reddish tint gone from her hair. But I would say in her case, if I was consulting her, I would definitely say that using other Ayurvedic herbs, not henna, and maybe if her focus is strengthening, using other henna masks, like the henna gloss bar that we carry at Hennasooq, the henna hair mask that is really good. You know, those are treatments that are not going to be as strong with henna because it's not like the primary like ingredient, you know. So that's going to be nice to get the strengthening without getting all the other, you know, like herbs that are just like, whoa, you know, slamming into your hair and changing your hair texture, you know. So that's really important to note.
That stringy color, that stringy, I don't think I wasn't feeling that vibe. It kind of looked like I had a Jerry curl gone bad. It was horrible, y'all. What are your thoughts on this? Do y'all really think it's the henna? Is it all in my head? But let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what your feedback is on what I've been going through, at least with that.
Oh, and I see she's in Trinidad. I love Trinidad. We're gonna have to meet in person when I come to Trinidad next time. Hopefully sometime. I know COVID Trinidad was closed, but I love Trinidad and I especially love Tobago. It's so relaxing. But we definitely got to meet in person. That would be fun. And yeah, thank you for sharing this. I love these women just sharing their honest feedback, you know, because they are for real going through real things, and their feeling and what they're seeing in their hair is so true, you know. It's on point, and it helps to have this discussion of like, well, what can I do differently, or what do I do, you know. So I love this, absolutely. So I hope you love some of my feedback, some of my recommendations that you see throughout this video. Again, if you're looking for a regimen treatment that includes Ayurvedic hair care that is specifically formulated for fine, delicate hair strands, then definitely you have to check out the Ayurvedic method to waist-length hair. That regimen plan is perfect for you. So just check it out, you know, sign up today so you get 6 weeks of hair treatments that you have actually lifetime access to, so you can repeat it and review it as many times as you'd like. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, you gotta subscribe and hit that bell because I have new videos for you every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I'll see you next time. Bye.